Hello, everyone. My name is Janae Willis, and my title is Follow the Law. And my topic is Don't Text and Drive. I would like the audience to know that texting and driving is not the right thing to do because it's extremely dangerous and irresponsible. How many of you are guilty of texting and driving? Texting and driving is a widespread problem that is killing Americans across the country. Using a cell phone while driving is dangerous to yourself and others on the road is one of the reasons for car accidents, tickets, and deaths. We all know that texting and driving is the main cause of accidents. According to textingwhiledriving.org, driving means you are 4 times more likely to get into an accident. Does that help convince you not to drive and text? How about this? You are 8 times likely to get into an accident if you are texting while driving. A simulator study was conducted in 2007 at Clemson University to test the effects text messaging has on driving. Texting and driving cause drivers to leave their lanes 10% more often. I had personal encounters with texting and driving because someone would text me and I would get my phone and look at it and respond. But it was a few times where I was very close to getting into a car accident, and mind you, I had my 5-month-old with me. And after a while, I changed my ways because it's not worth injuring my baby nor me. So what I do now is I hear my text and I don't respond unless I am not driving or parked or not behind the wheel. Would $1,540 stop you from texting? It will stop me from texting. Connecticut gives a pass to drivers caught violating the state's ban on handheld cell phone use and on texting. Drivers pay a fine of up to $300 and go on their merry way. The proposal before Connecticut lawmakers would make these moving violations raise the maximum fine to $400 and make the offense reportable to the State Department of Motor Vehicles record and shared with insurers who use it to decide how much to charge you. For example, John is 24 and lives in Canton, where he drives a 2005 Honda Accord with liability coverage only. With no tickets, he'd pay about $864 a year. If he shopped around and bought the cheapest policy he found with 2 moving violations, he would pay $1,072. And he'll pay that extra $208 every year that his insurance company rates on those incidents, usually 3 years, but sometimes as long as it's 5. John's rates with full coverage and no tickets were $1,468 a year. With 2 moving violations, he would pay $1,000, $848. When caught for texting while during violation, the first violation penalty may seem to be light, but don't take it easy. Remember that the second violation you receive 60-day suspension plus revocations of 60 days or 6 months for subsequent convictions within 6 months to the time a license is restored after suspension. According to an article done by Larry Copeland on March 8, 2010, published in USA Today, there was a teenage girl by the name of Mariah West, who, like many of us, was an extremely devoted texter. She was so good that she could text at dinner time under the table without anyone even noticing. All of her friends had seen her texting and driving. They tried to warn her that it was dangerous. She did not seem to think so. Yet, her luck ran out. The day before graduation, she was headed to a minor league baseball game, texting one of the players she was going to see. She lost control of her car, and Mariah passed away that day. The last text she received was, "Where you at?" Mariah's story helped a campaign by AT&T about texting and driving. The theme of it is, "No text is worth dying over." Many of you have seen the graphic commercials for this campaign. Here is an example. A girl was reading her sister's text, her sister's last text, which was "yeah," and her car flipped and she died. How many more lives need to be taken by careless texting and driving before we take it seriously? Just remember, this could happen to any of us. As we have seen, not only does texting or using your phone while driving impair your ability to drive, but it can cause an accident. You can get a ticket, or it can result in a death. I have always been an avid texter, but after doing all this research and reading the statistics, I am proudly able to say that I will no longer text or call with my phone while I am driving, because no text is worth me, my child, and other lives. I hope I was able to persuade you not to text and drive. And now I would like to move on to pictures and bands that I found. This picture right here is of Xavier. The driver didn't see Xavier crossing the street because she was too busy texting. So he unfortunately has tubes and things like that, and he is very young. Then my next picture is the sign, "No dialing, no texting while driving." And I picked this sign because it needs to be enforced in cars. I feel like it needs to be put into cars to remind people, that this is illegal and you can go to jail for this, you can kill people, and you also can get a ticket. I also like this one, "No text on board, it can wait," because no text is worth dying over, killing anyone over, going to jail over it, or anything. So this is very important. And remember this. This right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a whole bunch of writing from people that have experienced their family members or friends dying. And I'm just going to read, a couple of them to give you guys an idea of how everyone feels about their loved ones. One says, "Lost my sister due to finding a game on cell phone, close enough to texting for me to pledge." Pound, it can wait. I just heard the commercial on the radio and I could hear the pain in that mother's voice. I don't want to hear more sad voices. Pound, it can wait. It's simple. It's not worth the risk. Life is too precious and valuable. There are no do-overs. Pound, it can wait. What more important, a life or a text? Think about it. Pound, it can wait. Pound, it can wait. I just think it's ignorant to think driving a lethal weapon has potential to be one, and using a cell phone, changing radio stations, putting on makeup, eating or drinking, looking out or reading something, drunk driving, looking at a passenger while talking or joking around. Anything that's a distraction should be against the law, and heavily fines or arrests should result. We are intelligent. Let's act like it. Pound, it can wait. I was hit by a distracted driver while walking on April 30th. Almost died. Femur tibia broken. Dislocated shoulder. Fracture of humerus. Hematoma on brain. Traumatic brain injury. Multiple closed fixes of pelvis. Anxiety adjustment disorder. I'm 63 years old in a textile because my friend Missy died after car hit her. The person in the car was texting. Pound, it can wait. Because I need something to tie me down and keep focused not to text and drive. Pound, it can wait. I want to preach the gospel to the world. Can't do that if I am dead. Pound, it can wait. I am making a commitment to stop texting to save my life and others. It is crazy to text and drive. Pound, it can wait. Another picture. It's the same sign, but they have pledges, and you can, raise your hand as the picture is, and you take the pledge to never text and drive. And for me, like I said, I am proudly glad to say that I will never text and drive. And this one is the last picture. If you could see, he's trying to show her something on the cell phone, and she's like, no, like, I don't want to see this. I'm driving, I need to concentrate. So what am I trying to say is that no text is worth putting you, yourself, your kids, anyone else in danger. And it should be banned, and you need to know how important it is. Okay, have a good day. Thank you for watching. I will be greatly appreciative if you guys comment. Be honest. Have a good night.